The Disney Vibes Podcast, talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on Earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Back and better. This is episode 73 of Disney Vibes, brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. You like us, our content, please show your support by booking your next vacation, wherever that may take you. All you got to do is go to bookmdtravel.com. Costs you absolutely nothing. And, of course, please download the Disney Vibes podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. 5-star review, thumbs up. Love that support. We greatly appreciate it. Heather, how we feeling?
Feeling lovely.
I love it. You're lovely. You're always lovely.
Am I?
Well, all right, 99.9% of the time.
Oh, God.
All
All
right.
right.
What do you got for me today, huh? Lots of news has come out.
Yeah, I've heard lots. And actually, I've got some questions about everything that's been happening. So.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But before that, I have a little fun fact. And it's in honor of my new phone. Because I finally upgraded from my old Apple. I don't even know what it was. But here is our little fun fact. So Disney World flew its flag at half-mast on the day Apple co-founder Steve Jobs died. Jobs was Disney's largest single shareholder and was on the board of directors. Cars features a white racing car with the Apple logo and the number 84, which refers to the year when first Apple computer was released.
In the original cars?
Mm-hmm. So, little fun fact there.
Didn't know that.
See?
Now I got to go look at it.
Okay, have fun.
I got to find it. All right, well, here you go. So, little fact that you may not know. Donald, Mickey, and Goofy all appear in The Little Mermaid.
Really?
Have fun. Go find them. How about that?
They're under the sea.
Not going to tell you exactly where. So, all right, so here's what's happened. Let's talk. There's a bunch of Walt Disney World theme park updates. To start, Dino Land USA, the impacts of that begin January 13th. So the work on Tropical Americas at Disney's Animal Kingdom will have the progress walls installed on January 13th, the last day of operations for Triceratops Spin, Fossil Fun Games, and Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures will be January 12th. During that time, Dinosaur, the Boneyard, Restaurant, Asaurus, Dinobite Snacks, and Trilobites will remain open. So we actually went to Dino Land, and it is literally a barren wasteland. There's not a lot of people there.
For the first time ever, we went this past summer. And the ride was okay. It was fun.
You could say how dated it is,
yes,
though.
No, it's totally outdated. I mean, the whole side of the park over there is. So I definitely think this is in need of a little magic.
No one goes to that area.
But yeah.
No one. So that's starting in early January. So a little update on The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, as they look forward to that kicking off at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The next steps of filing permits for an all-new marquee on the exterior of the building will begin soon for this fully reimagined show to kick off and launch in summer of 2025. So that will be there at Hollywood Studios. Big Thunder Mountain, this was big news, has a temporary closure.
I was not expecting this.
No, and so following the holiday season, it will temporarily close for refurbishment beginning January 6, 2025, and it will reopen with a little bit of new magic in 2026, a full year. It will be closed for Big Thunder Mountain, and that could be just for the area of the construction beyond there. So, and then Jungle Cruise will reopen on October 16th. So it's been open for about a week, and it's been packed, of course, right? So that is, of course, going to be there. And Jingle Cruise returns on November 2nd.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So the little fun with some closures there. But they were just doing some updates. Nothing big there with The Rock, you know, with all the Jungle Cruise. So another thing I want to talk about, Heather's a big fan. There is a new Disney Cruise Line float to debut at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Just a few weeks away from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which means the holiday season is just around the corner. And this year's parade will feature a brand new DCL float, Magic Meets the Seas, along with a new special choreographed performance starring beloved characters from Disney, animation, Pixar, and more. So it looks pretty cool with the concept art.
It does. So I remember they've had a float. So obviously, like you said, it's just a new float.
Correct.
And I think it's creative of them to be to participate in the parade.
Yeah, it features the bows of 8 Disney Cruise Line ships, with the focal point being the highly anticipated Disney Treasure. So that's going to be the main one, which will be sailing on its maiden voyage in December. It celebrates the growing Disney Cruise Line fleet, including the 5 ships currently sailing, the 3 to debut this year and next, the Treasure, Destiny, and the Adventure. And it shows that it will be expanding its fleet to 13 ships by 2031. So definitely look forward to seeing the float. And, of course, Captain Mickey and Minnie as always.
All right. I'm ready.
Before we go into the big news, let's talk just about the Disney Cruise Line Adventure, which is setting sail December 15th, almost 1 year today after the Treasure. As long as all goes well, the Disney Adventure will set sail on December 15, 2025. And guests will be treated to a magical cruise holiday that celebrates Disney's rich legacy of storytelling and bring the life to fantastical worlds and beloved characters at the heart of Disney, Pixar, and Marvel. So bookings are scheduled to open December 10th. More details on the pricing and sailing dates will be released on November 14th, but it is about a year away. So remember the Disney Adventure itself. Did you see the coaster on top of this?
Well, oh God, yeah, the coaster. But do you see Groot? Groot's on the left of. There's like a little ride. He's on top.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
So.
There's rides. So there's like go-kart rides on one side.
So this ship, remember, was the one they bought like half built.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is going to be specifically in Asia. It's sailing from Singapore.
Yeah.
So, but there will be definitely entertainment on an epic scale, right? So there'll be a lot of course, the Broadway-style shows, character encounters, signature events, tons of stuff going on. It will be an adventure that comes to life. The big upper decks of the Disney Adventure will have something for everyone to enjoy with Marvel Landing. They will have the Avengers level adventures on 3 all-new attractions inspired by iconic Marvel superheroes. So they'll have Iron Cycle Test Run, which is an 820-foot-long roller coaster. Guests will test drive Tony Stark's latest Iron Cycle prototype on a thrilling high-speed circuit and be suspended up to 30 feet above the upper decks.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Aboard PIM Quantum Racers, guests will see PIM Tech modified mini cars on an oversized toy set track. And Groot Galaxy Spin will take guests on an out-of-this-world ride on board a Nova Corp base jumper set to an awesome mix of upbeat music. Interesting that they're putting these rides now on the boats.
I'm trying to figure out if it's because if you look at this ship, it's definitely different.
It's bigger.
It's bigger.
Got 2 smokestacks.
And then if you look, it reminds me of Royal Caribbean when it has like the inside like Central Park area, because it's formatted like this.
Yeah, I see you.
So I wonder if that's a reason why they decided to go this route.
I don't know. I mean
there's only one pool. That can't be right.
No, I don't. This is concept art. I'm sure they're adding more, but
right.
the roller coaster thing is instead of an Aquamouse. Like you look, this goes around the entire.
Right.
Like around the outside of the ship itself. The other 2 rides are fine. They're smaller. I mean, nothing to write home about. You see them?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm also
they're
looking
okay.
at the rooms too. Look how the rooms are. I mean, some of them are beautiful, but there's this one. What is this? It's like a bunk area.
I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, sorry.
On the upper decks, there will be Toy Story Place, which will inspire guests to explore, play, connect, and have fun in a whimsical water play land where the world of Pixar's Toy Story will spring to life, which will be for those young children, and it'll include playful water features inspired by the films and have a large family pool, multiple whirlpools, towering water slides, and those interactive splash pads that the little ones love. In San Francisco Street, guests will find the Big Hero Arcade and the Hero Training Zone, which is an immersive training simulator that will allow guests to have an active full-body experience with groups of 4 to put their skills to the test as they run, dodge, and block their way across a high-tech gaming floor. In true Disney Cruise Line fashion, the dazzling stage shows and Broadway-style entertainment will capture the heart of guests at the Walt Disney Theater. There'll be 2 spectacular productions that come to life. Remember, an all-new musical spectacular developed exclusively for the Disney Adventure will be a heartwarming tale featuring the beloved robot duo from Disney Pixar's WALL-E and other beloved Disney stars. And a favorite of the fleet, Disney Sees the Adventure, will take guests on a musical journey through beloved stories featuring iconic Disney songs and characters. At the heart of the ship is Disney's Imagination Garden. We'll have a state-of-the-art garden stage with 3-deck-high LED screens, setting a wondrous scene for guests with open-air amphitheater-style seating. That's new.
Yeah.
It'll be home to several shows starring favorite Disney and Marvel characters, including Let's Set Sail, the high-energy dance party that jumpstarts the fun, Avengers Assemble, Captain Jack Sparrow and the Siren Queen, Mickey's Color Spin Dance Party, and Baymax Super Exercise Expo. The dining extravaganza will feature the best of Asian and international flavors, and they will have 2 entertainment restaurants, so it's not going to have the 3 like most. Navigators Club will honor the prestigious maritime tradition of exclusive captain's table dinners, and the Hollywood Spotlight Club will evoke the glitz and glamour of the golden age of Hollywood. Nice restaurants in the concept
Beautiful.
art. Reminds me a lot of 1923 on the Wish, the Hollywood Spotlight Club.
Yep.
Guests will also dine at one of, I take that back, there'll be 4, of 2 magically animated restaurants celebrating the art and artistry, as well as the legacy of Disney and Pixar animated films. Animator's Palette, which we know is on the Fantasy right now, will be adorned with the film strips and props from favorite movies such as Little Mermaid, Encanto, and Toy Story. And Animator's Table will feature authentic artwork from films such as Aladdin, Frozen, and Finding Nemo. The spirit and whimsy of beloved Disney and Pixar films will set the stage for meals at the Enchanted Summer Restaurant and Pixar Market Restaurant as well, which will serve the buffet-style breakfast lunch each day and switch to table service dinners as part of the dinner time lineup during each voyage. So I take that way back. I don't know how they're going to do rotational dining, maybe doing 1 a night, because if all of these restaurants, there's the Navigators Club, Hollywood Spotlight Club, Animator's Palette, Animator's Table, Enchanted Summer, and Pixar, that's 6. So perhaps you're doing 1 every night.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know,
This is
but
a lot.
yeah, it's bigger, I think, too. So premium dining, of course, Palo Trattoria will be there as well. We'll offer exquisite Italian fare, wines, and superlative service. Mike and Sully's Flavors of Asia will be a full-service Japanese steakhouse, a lively teppanyaki room, a cheek bar, and omakase-style dining, and an outdoor sushi and sashimi offering. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. And then they got quick serves, which are pretty normal. But, well, yeah, I see the bunk room now. That they also have concierge offerings. So, Heather, can you put some of these images on socials for people? All right. So, long story short here, as we wrap up about the Disney Adventure, it's going to be an adventure, right? It kicks off December 15, 2025. We'll know more about sailings and booking starting in mid-November. We'll know what the sailing dates are and the pricing. And then, of course, you can start booking at bookmdtravel.com on December 10th. Again, it's leaving out of Singapore, I believe, but we'll confirm that for you as well. Any other thoughts?
I want to stay in concierge one time. Oh my God. Beautiful. Crazy. Yeah, I just have a theory. I think this is a Royal Caribbean ship that they decided
It
to
wasn't.
take.
It wasn't Royal Caribbean.
No,
It was
but,
no.
I mean, with the amphitheater, like that 3.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Royal Caribbean would not give Disney their ship. It was
No, I know it was like a company or whatever, but the cousin to Royal Caribbean.
okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Just gives me Royal Caribbean vibes.
All right, moving right along. So the big news that came out from Disney Parks is piloting a new option called Lightning Lane Premier Pass. Lightning Lane Premier Pass. So here's the big thing that we can start to talk about with this. Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort are beginning to pilot a new service providing expedited entry to theme park attractions. It's called Lightning Lane Premier Pass. Now, Lightning Lane Premier Pass will be offered in very limited quantities and will give guests one-time entry to each available Lightning Lane entrance in the theme park they are visiting that day. This includes attractions including both Lightning Lane Multi-Pass and Single Pass, But with the Lightning Lane Premier Pass, guests do not need to select an experience time. Lightning Lane Premier Pass will be a premium offering, and prices will vary based on the date and theme park that guests are visiting. At Disneyland Resort, the Lightning Lane Premier Pass will be available first come, first served, beginning 2 days in advance of a theme park reservation, and will be valid for use in both theme parks at Disneyland. So you buy Lightning Lane Premier Pass once at Disneyland, it can be used at both. And it kicks off October 23rd. At Walt Disney World, when Lightning Lane Premier Pass launches, it will be available to guests staying at Disney Deluxe or Deluxe Villa Resorts only, and may be purchased up to 7 days in advance of their stay. It will only be valid for use in one park of the guest choice per day. The first date that Premier Pass will be available is October 30th. So, let's unpack this. We know what multi-pass is. We've gone over that in depth, right? Lightning Lane multi-pass. And then when single pass is like the one ride.
The one ride.
Multi-pass is multiple, but you have to keep securing them through the day. Kind of like the old fast pass system, right? You start with 3. Premier Pass is you get your free entry into every single ride.
That's considered a Lightning Lane.
Well, just every ride. They all have Lightning Lanes.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
So that is the big thing, and it's kind of mimicking Universal's Max Pass because it's limited right now at Walt Disney World to only deluxe resorts, which is if you stay at the highest level resort at Universal, same idea. You get it for free, though, there. Someone had asked us if we think it would go to deluxe resorts and be like a benefit. It won't happen. There's too many. There's only 3 at Universal. I think there's like, I don't even know how many. There's
what, like deluxe resorts?
Yeah, there's got to be at least
16,
15.
Hold on. You mean like Boardwalk?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to make me Google that. Go ahead.
The number of deluxe accommodations. Think about it. Every DVC resort is a deluxe. So you would have to then give this pass essentially to every person who stays at a deluxe resort or at the Disney level, at the DVC level.
Well, if you're looking at it that way, sure. But it says Disney World has 8 deluxe resorts.
Okay.
So it's like Animal Kingdom Lodge, Beach Club, Boardwalk, Contemporary, Grand Floridian, Polynesian, Wilderness Lodge, and Yacht Club. But then if you're saying the DVC, so then...
Well, that's deluxe level. So Riviera.
Right.
Keep going. Tell me the rest.
That's it. That's all. Hold on. That's all I got when I Googled it.
Yacht Club. What are Swan and Dolphin?
Someone ate the page. It says.
Like Swan and Dolphin. Is that a moderate or deluxe?
I don't know. I'm going to look at that.
And that's kind of finicky because it's not technically owned by Disney. So
right.
Fine. We can leave them out there. But I think if you look at all of them, I think that would be a lot to include. They won't do it. I mean, I would love for them to do it. Don't get me wrong. You're paying that extra rate. I would love for them to include the Premier Pass. I think it would be awesome.
Right. It's just too
I
get it.
I don't see it happening. I don't.
Okay.
You know, I don't see it happening. So as Heather's Googling and looking things up and fact checking me, I should say, the rates that have started to come out from this news, it's expensive. Not going to lie, it's extremely, extremely expensive. And of course, that is all depending upon when you go, right? Supply and demand is the big thing when it comes down to the Premier Pass. And it's kind of like Genie Plus. I know I'm bringing it up already back, but is it needed for every park, right? Like, I don't want to say it is. You know, there's a lot of questions that come up with the Lightning Lane Premier Pass, right? It's the most expensive option of line skipping products that Disney has. The multi-pass is fine. You want to try that? That's 3 advanced reservations, as we said. You got to choose the arrival window, and includes you can go across parks as long as they're available. Single pass is just the most popular ones, right? And they're not part of multi-pass, and they also require selecting the specific return time. But the Premier Pass, I believe if I saw the highest peak was at Magic Kingdom was $450. Did I post that, right?
Per person?
Yeah, per person.
Holy Mary. And that's on top of your ticket.
Yeah, this is all extra. Right? Oh. All extra. It's going to be a hot topic as it starts to launch, days, week, months to come, and find the thing. If people are buying it, why they're not going, of course Disney's going to continue it, right? They made this change because they're listening to the changes, as much as that may sound crazy, but guests want a more convenient and stress-free option for ride reservations. And I don't know if multi-pass and single pass was doing that because they're getting away from Genie Plus, but Lightning Lane Premier Pass, is going to be, they wanted to copy Universal's, Express Pass.
Right.
And people didn't care if it was expensive as long as it wasn't a hassle, right? People have also asked, is multi-pass and single pass going to go away? No, they're still going to continue to exist. They're not going to just get rid of those because the Lightning Lane Premier Pass is so distinct from those other ones, and it is just a complete alternative line skipping product for those who don't want to have any hassle. So, and they all have essentially the same ride rosters as the other ones. But you're not going to have to be on a screen, right? So think about these, right? So how does Premier Pass differ from multi-pass and single pass? First, all 3 Lightning Lane passes enable you to skip the standby line, use the Lightning Lane entrance, right? That's the simple. To join a shorter line, in theory, for select theme park attractions and experiences. The way that the Premier Pass differs from Lightning Lane multi-pass and single pass is this way. It's more flexible and no screen time. So with the Premier Pass, you don't have to choose arrival window times for Lightning Lane attractions. You just show up. You are not subject to the rolling 3 rule, means that you are not booking new Lightning Lanes via the app after redeeming previous ones.
Right.
Okay? You just simply enter the Lightning Lane entries for the experiences you want whenever you want. With the other Lightning Lane passes, you have to choose that time window for each Lightning Lane experience, subject to availability, and quite often, there's not availability. So you may not be able to get on that. So again, I think it's going to vary by park, right? And then, of course, it includes each available Lightning Lane experience in one part. So Premier Pass gives you one-time entry to each available Lightning Lane experience in one park for one day. Okay? That includes all the multi-pass and the single-pass attractions. So
you get everything.
Everything.
You get everything.
You may be able to score, I don't know how many attractions there are off the top of my head at Magic Kingdom, but
make me Google that now.
No, it's fine. But what I'm saying is with, the multi-pass, it's subject to availability, right? Which is dependent upon demand and crowds. And you can only score probably 9 or your original 3 because every time you go through 3, you get to do, you get to keep going up, right? So the Premier Pass will provide more certainty and peace of mind and a less stressful day in the parks. You just show up, go on the ride you want to go on when you need to. You don't need to be on your phone, refresh. You don't have to worry about return times or whether you'll be able to score ride reservations in the first place. So that is a big part of the Premier Pass of why people are into it. So if you think about, as we talk about purchasing it and everything like that, it's again just in the My Disney Experience app, just like you would multi-pass or single pass. If you are eligible, you will see the option to buy the Premier Pass 7 days prior to your stay. And availability is limited, but it can be purchased for the length of your stay. So you could buy as many as 21 days in advance, right? Because if you're staying for 14 days. So remember, multi-pass varied. Of course, everything's supply and demand, but typically it's like $32, I believe, give or take. I was seeing online for the multi-pass for Magic Kingdom, $32 per person. Mm-hmm. So at the launch, the prices for the Premier Pass vary by date and theme park. They range from $129 to $449 per pass plus tax, with higher prices falling on peak travel periods, of course. So it just for like the remainder of 2024, since this is launching now, Animal Kingdom is $129 to $199 per person per day plus tax. Epcot $169 to $249. Hollywood Studios $269 to $349, and Magic Kingdom is $329 to $449. So the minimum you're paying at Magic Kingdom is $329. That's an extra $1,500, let's just say, for a family of 5, give or take. Actually, it's more than that, but I'm estimating for one day.
I that's all I got. I don't have much words for it because there's a lot. And listen, if you're cool with that, that's great. If you're not, we can talk and help you navigate. So then you don't have to, invest money in additional monies, I guess you could say, in regards to that.
Right. There's just more. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
Well, see how it goes. That's all. I mean, I feel like if they build it, they'll come.
No, you're right, though, because they're paying it at Universal.
Right.
But the difference is at Universal, people will pay the higher rack rates of the hotel rooms to get it included for free.
Right.
Well, the value, the moderate. So the restriction is you have to be at a deluxe. So you're already paying more and now pay more as well.
Right.
It's a tiered feature in that regard. Like, if you're staying at Caribbean Beach, which is a nice hotel, sorry, you're not eligible.
Right.
As of now. I mean, they may change that, but I guess they're trying to, I don't know, give those guests at the deluxe accommodations a leg up, so to speak. I don't know. But again, all the rides, and I have them now, are available. So whether it's Magic Kingdom, and there are, you'd be riding a lot of rides. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20.
20. Okay.
Right? So Epcot has, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And I mean, that's counting everything, like even Spaceship Earth, Turtle Talk with Crush, Living with the Land, some things you may not, really think about. Figment, Journey into the Imagination with Figment. So, I don't know. Any other thoughts, Heather? Remember, the eligible hotels right now are the deluxe ones. So, I know we were talking about this, and you're right. So, Animal Kingdom, Beach Club, Boardwalk, Contemporary, Grand Floridian, Polynesian, Wilderness, and Yacht Club, right? So, that's the 8. And then you also then have all the villas.
Right.
So, that's Bay Lake Tower, Boulder Ridge, the cabins at Disney's Fort Wilderness, DVC cabins only, Copper Creek, the Animal Kingdom villas, Jambo and Kidani, Beach Club Boardwalk, Old Key West, Polynesian, Saratoga Springs, Riviera, and Grand Floridian.
Right.
So you're adding a bunch more. And then, I take that back. I'm right. Eligible third-party hotels, the Dolphin, the Swan, and the Swan Reserve, and Shades of Green. So that's a lot. There are no hotels that'll be offering Lightning Lane Premier included stay. That is only Universal, which we're going to have to talk to on our next episode because they came out with some big news. Yeah. But it's only for Deluxe, DVC, and select other hotels that have the privilege of purchasing Lightning Lane Premier Pass. So it is huge news. We're going to see how it goes. We're here to guide you through it, as Heather said, and what you're looking to accomplish.
Right.
And obviously, we'll see how the rates fluctuate once this launches. For now, I think the best way, honestly, to see how this all pans out is to go just with multi-pass and single pass. I don't even know how many quantities they'll have of the Premier Pass, but you got to see what your value is for your vacation. So, but all right, let's wrap up this episode. Heather, any final thoughts?
No, just follow us along on our socials at
put those pictures up of the
we'll do
adventure
at Magical Destinations Travel, and then bookmdtravel.com is where we live on the World Wide Web. And if you want to view us back in the day, you can check out our YouTube channel at Magical Destinations Travel, but it's at Disney Vibes. And just reach out. We're happy to help, and we just want to ensure that this process is not challenging, not overwhelming. That's why we work with you to make sure it's the most magical time ever.
There you go. All right, till next time, let the vacay vibes flow.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.